What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're heading up to my buddy Dan's house. We got Danny here, so this is gonna be very confusing. But Dan has a, I believe it's a 2009 STI hatchback, but in my opinion, I think he might have the best exhaust setup for your STI or WRX. That is because he has the SPT exhaust and he has a catted downpipe, which is kind of ideally what I would want to be doing, just because it's going to be slightly louder than OEM with that SPT exhaust and the downpipe, and he's tuned, and he's got some pretty good modifications on the car, so we're going to go check that out right now.
Whatever you want. So
what year is it?
It's an 08.
I thought it was an 09 for a second.
It's one owner, 104,000 miles. It blew basically at 100. It's got the ACT clutch, the Street Sport or whatever it is.
So how much power are you making right now?
I mean, I'm guessing somewhere around 300 to the wheels.
Holy crap.
I mean, it should be. I mean, it's got an aftermarket turbo, a catless downpipe, or see, a high flow catted downpipe, and a tune, and an intake. Like, what's...
So it's basically just like 91,
yeah,
and then it's not externally wastegated, right?
No,
like
it's
factory up pipe.
Yes. Okay. Which I'm thinking about changing, because why not, right? We're already...
External wastegates just like sound so raw. That's all I want.
Great. How does yours for you then? Because this thing's loud. I was like, what the fuck?
It sounds good right now. I kind of like how this sounds.
Yeah, and this, you know, it's a little rumbly, not too much.
No. Stock headers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suspension too, like, I always try to remind myself that the suspension is like nuts on this car. Like, it eats potholes or bumps, like, for lunch. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, your suspension's like full send. Like, it's gnarly.
But it's totally dailyable. Like, I mean, it's stiff, but it's not all over the place.
So it's just like Olin's Street Sport or something?
Yeah, they only make one set for this one. But it's like infinitely adjustable, you know, it's like 20, there's like 24 settings or whatever, but dang.
Dang. And that's crazy. You can actually hear the turbo and the intake more than the exhaust. Like, I noticed this more, I think, rather than just like screaming exhaust.
You'll hear it up in like the higher one.
Oh, there we go. Dude, it just like floats around the corners.
And there's a pretty big bump right here, and it'll just eat it, like right. And then back to business.
Oh my god. It sounds so good.
It's perfect.
Dude, that is literally like the perfect setup
for this road.
For like,
what I use it for, yeah.
It's not obnoxiously loud, and it just like sounds so smooth.
16.5 psi on that on the turbo, so it's not like we're not wrecking the motor, but the car's moving really fast.
Yeah, totally.
It's just, you know, it's taking everything in stride. It's like this car's totally overbuilt for this road.
Right. So what's done like to the engine, like internals?
It's a factory short block with like just massaged heads. Like just they took off any casting marks, but didn't change the flows at all. Factory cams, factory timing belt,
pistons and rods,
all short block assembled by Subaru.
So just wow. So basically everything that I have, like it's just like freshened up.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And then the turbo and the catback.
So I finally sent it on a timing belt. I finally got one. I got the ASIN one.
Okay.
That Mike recommended. I almost bought the STI Kevlar one because it was pink.
Somebody, I think it's like HKS, just announced a clear front timing cover, like the whole thing, all the plastics that you have to take off. That thing looks awesome.
I was looking, there's one at, I think it's Flatiron Motorsports. Okay. They have one, and it's like $500.
Yeah.
For the 3 pieces, I think. So that is just the perfect sounding setup right there. I think that's definitely what I want to try to aim for with mine. The SPT exhaust and then a Cat downpipe. That one's NVIDIA, so I'm not sure the difference. I know that the Cat, like he was saying, is farther up towards the turbo, and then some of the other ones are kind of farther down towards the mid pipe. So just gonna kind of try to see what's out there, what's available on the used market, and then go from there. But overall, that exhaust is like super mild. It's not super loud. Even when on like full throttle, it just doesn't like scream like super gnarly. So I am super stoked that I was able to go and check out Dan's STI with his SPT exhaust and the NVIDIA Cat downpipe. So it kind of gave me a really good idea for what I want to aim for exhaust for this car in the future. But he pointed out some things to me that need to be addressed right away. He was telling me that when your radiator starts to kind of get this brown / yellow faded look, means it's time to replace it, that it's starting to go and the plastic's getting hard and brittle. So unfortunately I do need to get a radiator because, I mean, look at the size of this radiator. It is super small, and then the plastic end caps are just no bueno. You always want to have solid aluminum or whatever it's going to be. Another thing he pointed out was the fact that I'm kind of getting some oil up in here and back in here, and he was telling me this is my PCV system. So he told me to check this to see if there was any blow by back up here to make sure that this is all cleaned up. Another thing that I think I might need to delete in the future is going to be the secondary air injection because this is just nonsense apparently. He also said that if this is on the car for a long time, there's a good chance that there's a bunch of fluid stuck in here from when it falls from the hood scoop. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but most likely there is some fluid back in these hoses. Danny, what was your opinion on the exhaust, on the STI exhaust?
You know, it sounded really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's something I would get because it was quiet, but it had a rumble to it, and it was definitely something I would purchase myself.
Did you never really? Were you staying outside the car when you like revved it and stuff?
Yeah, I was outside the car, and it sounded really good.
But did it stink? Could you smell that it was catless? Like, could you tell?
No, I couldn't because it had a cat, so I didn't really smell any like the fuel or anything. Obviously, you smell it on my car, but you don't smell it on his car. His car actually ran good, and it was his boost pressures were good, his air fuel ratios were good.
Overall, his build was like super gnarly.
It was really good.
He had like full Öhlins everything and like all these like cool control arms and stuff. I don't know, his build was absolutely crazy, but really well rounded, which is kind of what I'm aiming for this. But I want to go obviously the rally kind of style. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below what you think of the exhaust setup. Let me know if that's something that you would consider and some other routes that I should look at for an exhaust. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace out.